you will never forget.
We can get him with this.
Yes, he is.
Heart.
Come on, just sit down. What's going on?
Hey there! Welcome back to another movie recap. Today we're diving into a film that's all about love, loss, and some seriously dark vengeance. I've picked out some important scenes from The Crow that will really help you understand the heart of this story, and while you watch those parts, I'll be guiding you through it. Alright, let's jump right into it. The movie kicks off with a tragedy that honestly makes you feel everything from the start. Eric Draven, a musician, and his fiancée, Shelley, are planning their wedding when, out of nowhere, their lives are violently ripped apart. It's the night before Halloween, a night known as Devil's Night, when chaos hits the streets. A gang breaks into their apartment, attacking both Eric and Shelley. Eric is brutally killed, and Shelley, well, she's left to die a slow, painful death. It's horrifying, gut-wrenching, and it sets the tone for what's to come. But here's the thing, Eric's story doesn't end with his death. Nope, he gets a second chance, thanks to a mysterious crow that brings him back to life 1 year later. Now, Eric isn't quite human anymore. He's something else. Something more powerful, with one clear goal: revenge. So, picture this. Eric crawls out of his grave, confused and disoriented. Can you imagine? He's just been dead for a year, and suddenly he's back in the land of the living. He doesn't know why at first, but he's quickly reminded of what happened that terrible night. His memories come flooding back, visions of Shelley, their love, and the horrific attack that took her from him. And as these memories hit, Eric knows exactly what he has to do. The crow, this mystical bird, acts as Eric's guide, leading him through the dark, gritty streets of the city. This place is rough, full of crime and corruption, and the atmosphere in the film really captures that. Everything is dark, moody, and drenched in rain. You can almost feel the weight of the city pressing down on Eric, but he's got one thing driving him forward: revenge. Eric's first stop is one of the gang members who was part of the attack. The guy's name is Tin Tin. And let me tell you, he's not prepared for what's about to happen. Eric shows up, and Tin Tin doesn't even recognize him at first. I mean, the guy has been dead for a year. But when Eric speaks, you can feel the tension in the air. He doesn't just come out swinging, he's calm, almost eerie. He says something like, "Do you know what it's like to be dead? Because you're about to find out." Chills, right? The fight between Eric and Tin Tin is brutal, but also symbolic. This isn't just some random street brawl. Eric is reclaiming his power, one punch, one knife throw at a time. And when he takes Tin Tin down, it's not just about revenge, it's about justice for Shelley, for what was taken from them both. From here, Eric's quest for vengeance kicks into high gear. He tracks down each of the gang members who had a hand in his and Shelley's death, one by one. There's Funboy, a trigger-happy junkie, who doesn't stand a chance against Eric. Then there's T-Bird, the gang's leader, who gets one of the most intense showdowns in the film. But it's not just about the violence. Each encounter reveals more about Eric's character, his pain, and the depth of his love for Shelley. One of the things that really stands out in this film is how the love story between Eric and Shelley is woven throughout all the action. Even in the darkest moments, you get these flashbacks of them together, laughing, kissing, planning their future. It's these memories that fuel Eric's mission. He's not just out for blood, he's fighting for the love that was stolen from him.
Hey there, fellow. I hope you're enjoying this video so far. I wanted to take a quick moment to ask you what you think of this video so far. If you're liking it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, now's the perfect time to do it. By subscribing, you'll stay up to date on all my latest videos and updates, and you'll get to see even more awesome content. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe. Thanks for watching.
There's a particularly heartbreaking scene where Eric returns to the apartment he shared with Shelley. It's been left abandoned, untouched since that fateful night. As he walks through the space, you can see the grief and longing on his face. He picks up Shelley's belongings, remembering their life together. The way this scene is shot, with the music swelling in the background, it's a lot. You can feel how much he loved her, how much he misses her. It's moments like this that remind us that beneath all the supernatural stuff, this is a story about love. Love that transcends even death. As Eric continues his mission, he's guided by the crow, who's always by his side, watching, leading him to the next target. But it's not all smooth sailing. The bad guys start catching on that something isn't right. They realize Eric isn't just some regular guy. They shot him, stabbed him, and yet he keeps coming back. There's this whole supernatural element to the story that adds to the tension. The more they try to kill him, the more unstoppable he seems. But even though Eric can't die in the traditional sense, he can still feel pain. And oh, does he feel it. Now, let's talk about the big showdown, Eric versus Top Dollar. Top Dollar is the head honcho, the guy pulling all the strings behind the scenes. He's the one who ordered the attack on Eric and Shelley, and he's also into some seriously creepy occult stuff. This guy is bad news. The final confrontation takes place in a massive Gothic-style cathedral, with rain pouring down outside. It's the perfect setting for a dark, dramatic showdown. Eric and Top Dollar face off, and the dialogue here is intense. Top Dollar tries to taunt Eric, telling him that revenge won't bring Shelley back. But Eric doesn't care. He's not doing this for some happy ending. He's doing it because it's the right thing to do, because Shelley deserves justice. The fight is epic, and spoiler alert, Eric wins. But it's not exactly a happy victory. After all, nothing can bring Shelley back. And that's the real tragedy of the story. In the final moments of the film, Eric returns to Shelley's grave, his mission complete. He's exhausted, physically and emotionally. The crow, who has been his guide throughout this journey, perches nearby as if to say, "It's over. You did it." Eric lies down beside Shelley's grave, and there's this bittersweet sense of peace. He avenged her, but he's still lost without her. The film closes with a beautiful, haunting scene of Eric and Shelley reuniting in the afterlife. They're finally together again, free from the pain and violence of the world. It's a poignant ending, reminding us that while love can be taken from us in life, it endures in death. And that, my friends, is The Crow. It's a dark, moody, and emotional film that blends love, revenge, and the supernatural in a way that just sticks with you. Eric's journey is one of pain, but also of love that refuses to die. I hope this recap gave you a sense of the powerful themes and emotions that run through the movie. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.